Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining our session today. My name is Ahmed from the Global Admissions Office here at Koç University. The topic of this webinar is Koç University's undergraduate offer programs, application requirements, scholarships, and admission process. While presenting, please feel free to insert any question or query you have in the Q&A box so that I will be answering them at the end of this session. Let me give you a very quick brief about our university's history. Founded in 1993 in Istanbul City, Turkey, Koç University is a non-profit, private, research-intensive, and American-style university that provides a world-class education fully structured in English. 7 colleges with 22 undergraduate programs, 4 graduate schools with 40 master and 28 PhD programs. Where are we located? As you can see here, we are located in Istanbul City in the European side in a district called Sarıyer, on the hills of Sarıyer in the middle of a pine forest. Our university offers a full residential campus experience on our beautiful and green campus that is accessible to central Istanbul and retreat from the distraction of the city life. Our university lies just 20 minutes away from the Black Sea and 20 minutes away from the city nearest metro station. And it is surrounded by charming villages and natural landscapes. And it is connected to the city center through several convenient public transportation options like shuttles and buses. In the next video, you will have a look at our main campus. So besides to our main campus, we call it Romeli Feneri campus, the one that we have just seen. We have also another 2 small campuses. The second one is Istinia campus, and it's like 15 to 20 minutes away from our main campus. And it's actually designed for our graduate school of business. The third one is our School of Medicine, which is located inside our hospital. Koç University Hospital is located in the middle of the city center of Istanbul. Of course, I will be talking about our School of Medicine in details in the upcoming slides. In this slide, you will have like an overview about our some figures and numbers at our university. You will see that we have like 7,000 or more than 7,000 students from Turkey and abroad like yourself, with 521 full-time faculty members, 15,900 alumni, 22, as I mentioned, undergraduate programs, of course, four graduate schools, 7 colleges, and other research laboratories, 223, and also 23 research centers. What is the international actually body at Koç University? 7% are international actually students at our university that actually represent 542 in total, 232 undergraduate, 106 masters, and 204 PhD students. How diverse is Koç student body today? From this chart, you will see actually the nationalities or the citizenships that are actually studying at our university. We have more than 50 nationalities. All right. Why an undergraduate degree at Koç University? Why should I choose Koç University to proceed or pursue actually my studies? Of course, everyone is looking for the best university where they can pursue their higher education and get the best quality of education simply by asking their high school counselors or by searching through the internet. At our university, you will have the same quality of education that were top 10 universities offer, simply because you will be instructed by the best renowned professors with the same courses syllables that were top universities follow, and you will be equipped with the highest sense of ethics, social awareness, and responsibility. Of course, as we mentioned, our or the medium of education at our university is English, with an exception for law program. It's offered 70% in Turkish, 30% in English. And our university is the only university in Turkey with a medical school right alongside many other colleges of very high caliber. As a university, our university is a small university compared to big universities in terms of numbers. So we have a small class sizes and low student ratio, 15 to 1, which actually will actually give you the opportunity and lots of time to interact with the professors during the classes. And of course, at the same time, everyone is looking for a beautiful campus where they can spend their university life in an academic surrounding that offers all other non-academic facilities. At our university, actually, you will have every possible facility that you need as an international student Um, I can mention like dining and coffee houses, uh, facilities, health center, supermarket, bank, ATMs, shuttle buses, sports facilities. Like we have a very big sports center, gym, fitness halls, football, basketball, tennis, indoor and outdoor swimming pools, and other sports. And of course, our university actually focuses on creating well-rounded, confident individuals in and out of the classrooms. It places tremendous value of providing lots of extracurricular activities for our students, and dedicates the necessary resources to ensure that these opportunities satisfy and enrich the university experience. We have more than 70 active student and sports clubs with diverse social and cultural activities. Not only will you have the opportunity to work with lots of talented and world class pioneers, but also you will have the same opportunities and high employability chances that our alumni have. As you can see here, more than 82% of our alumni got or get their first job offer before or during graduation. Ranking is a very also important factor for every student when they actually search for the required university. Koç University has steadily climbed in various university rankings, both internationally and nationally, and is always striving to achieve even greater heights. Today, our university ranked first in Turkey based on the Times Higher Education and QS rankings for 2021. What are the undergraduate offered programs? As I mentioned, we have 7 colleges with 22 undergraduate disciplines or majors. And in this slide, you can have a look at the offered programs under every college. I'll give you 10 seconds more so that you can check the offered undergraduate programs. And of course, our university follows the liberal arts education approach that helps students investigate the world from different perspectives. And at the same time, it empowers and it prepares them to deal with complexity, diversity, and change. And our programs actually are 4-year curriculum programs, except for medicine, it's a 6-year curriculum program. And every academic year has 2 semesters, fall and spring. And of course, the summer semester courses are also available during the summertime. And the academic year actually is almost 10 months. So we can say every semester is 5 months. What about the Turkish proficiency? Is it required? Yes, it's required if you are applying for the law program, because this program, as I mentioned before, is offered 70% in Turkish and 30% in English. And is it required for other programs? Yes, it will be required year 4 onwards for our medicine and year 2 onwards for our nursing program. And why is that? So that the medicine and nursing students can interact with the patients at our hospital during their residential and practical classes. And of course, during their first year and during the first 3 years for medicine, students will be taking Turkish courses. What about the double majors and minors? Are they available? Yes, they are available, and you can do a double major. Doing a double major won't cost you any extra tuition fees. So it will be like a golden opportunity for you to do a double major or a minor. We also offer compulsory long internship for our engineering majors. So those who are going to study engineering will have to do internship so that they will learn how to think and how to do at the same time. We also offer like a course, 1 credit year-long mandatory course. We call it University 101. And actually it's an introduction to our university. And it's, as I mentioned, a 1 year-long mandatory orientation course offered to incoming students like yourself. It aims to help them to successfully transition from high school to Koç University and undergraduate academic and social life. What about the extracurricular support or services that our university offers to its students? We have so many units that actually offers the extracurricular support. First unit is the newcomers office, and this is the first office that you will meet when you arrive to our university, and you will be actually attending the orientation week. We also assign an academic advisor to every student. The academic advisor is usually one of your professors, and you will be able to get the academic consultancy from him or her regarding your study plan and other academic issues. Also, you will have a student mentor. The student mentor is usually one of our fourth or like third year students, and those mentors are assigned to our newcomers to support the newcomers during their integration to the university life. The International Community Office, the ICO, actually in this office, you will get all the support required regarding the residence permit, the the health insurance, and other paperwork as an international student in Turkey. The Academic and Life Skills Office, it offers courses that are designed for all the students to gain awareness about essential information and skills to be successful at university and in life. Subjects taught at this course are self-knowledge and goal settings, effective ways of overcoming stress, managing relations and communication, public speaking, and presentation techniques and others. And also we have a very big library. You can access all the resources online as physical buildings. It is actually available 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you can use the facilities there for free, including the private and group rooms. The Career Development Center, you will be able to develop all your professional skills. You will learn how to write your CV. You will be actually getting some mock job interviews and other professional issues. We also have the Psychological Counseling Office, student clubs and sports teams. As I mentioned, we have more than 70 active clubs. Disability Services Office, for those who have any disabilities. The Exchange Programs Office, we have actually more than 300 partnership with the globally ranked universities. So you will be able to do an exchange or an Erasmus program semester abroad with our partner universities in the US, in Canada, in UK, in Europe, and the East of Asia, and others. What about the like accommodation or dorms? We have two big dorms. The first one is on campus. The second one is like 8 or 7 minutes from the campus or from the main campus. We call it the West Dorm or the West Campus. The capacity is around 3,000 students. And of course, all the facilities are going to be included in the dorm fees, like the Wi-Fi, cable TV, phone, refrigerators, and others. Everything will be included in the rooms when you actually choose to stay at our dorms. And there will be also weekly housekeeping services for rooms and daily for common areas, because there are some common areas like laundry rooms, kitchens, lounge, like study rooms and others. Of course, if you want to get more information or details about our dorms, you can check dorms.ku.edu.tr. And of course, there are so many types of rooms, like single, triple, quadruple, and the fees range according to the room type. All right. For those who are considering to study or apply for a medicine program, they need to learn that actually this program is a 6-year program, and the awarded degree is a medical doctor degree. This program is fully taught in English. However, as I mentioned before, year 4 onwards, students are required to reach a certain level in Turkish proficiency, so that they can interact with the patients at our hospital during their residential or practical classes at the hospital. And we have small cohorts every year for our medicine program. 40 students national, 20 students international. So this is why we encourage and recommend those who are considering to apply for medicine to apply earlier or early, so that they can reserve, if we can say, their seat, because we have a limited quota, which is 20 students. The scholarships, I will be also talking about the scholarships in the next upcoming slides. And our School of Medicine, of course, is recognized in the United States by the Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates, and also in the UK by the GMC. Our hospital is also a research and teaching hospital, and it's also accredited by the Joint Commission International, and the Koç University Hospital is a member in the American Hospitals. I need also to mention this. The medicine students will start their actually studies at our main campus, Romani Feneri, the one that we have seen in the video at the beginning of this presentation. Their first year will be fully theoretical, and then the second and third years, they will start going to our hospital. And the year 4, 5th, and 6th will be fully on hospital. Okay, so the undergraduate admission deadlines and requirements. For the admission deadlines, we have 3, as you can see here, admission session deadlines. The one already passed, it was on January 15th. The current one is going to end on May 14th. And then there will be a late session deadline, which is July 2nd. So what is the difference? Some of you may ask, like, what is the difference between those deadlines? Is there a difference? The answer is there is no major difference in terms of advantages or benefits between the admission session deadlines, as all of them refer to the same intake, which is going to be in fall September, which is, or however, and since we have a quota, as I mentioned, only for our medicine program, which is 20 international students, it is highly recommended for that for those who are considering applying for this program to apply as early as possible to secure, as I mentioned, their seat. How shall we apply to Koç University? Applying to Koç University is through our online application here, apply.ku.edu.tr. So you need to fill in our online application, and once you're done, you need to submit it. Our university is a very selective admission university, so we look or search for the best quality of students. And holistic, we look at every single academic credential that the students or applicants provide during their actually applications. What about the requirements? The main requirement is one of the international standardized test scores, such as SAT-1 or SAT-2 or ACT. Or if you are an IB diploma student, you're following the American curriculum, so you can apply with your IB predicted grades or IB grades. So you don't need an SAT. The same is applicable for those who are also following the British curriculum, which is A2 or A level. They can apply with their A levels and they don't need SAT. Of course, you need your high school transcripts, your 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. If the 12th grade second semester transcript is not available, so you can apply with your first semester transcript. And of course, if available, you can also include your high school diploma. If not, it's okay. You can provide it when you get it during the or at the end of this semester, when you graduate from your high school. The motivation letter is also one of the requirements. Our online application will allow you to choose up to 3 preferences or programs. So if you choose to apply for 3 programs, you need to write a motivation letter for every program. And it has to be tailored to the program that you are applying for. For those who are applying to our medicine program, they have also to do a motivation video or like a recording interview. Our online application will be asking them to record videos and answer some questions. Of course, you will need also a recommendation letter. All you have to do is to type your teacher or your high school counselor full name and their email address, and then you can send the request or the reference invitation to them, and then they can actually access it from their email addresses. Of course, if you have any extracurricular activities or achievements, you can also add them to your profile. It's going also to increase your scholarship chances. As you can see here, like any activities like sports, social oriented internships, competition, awards, anything that you would like to add as an extra achievement. There will be also an application, online application fee, and it's 200 Turkish lira, which is around 25 or 26 US dollars. And it can be paid easily through any credit card. What about the English proficiency? Is it required? The answer is not. It's not a mandatory or compulsory requirement. It's optional. However, if you have it, it's also going to increase or strengthen your application. And you can see here the eligible English tests that we accept, like TOEFL, IBT, CAE, or PTE. IELTS scores are currently not accepted in Turkey. However, if you have IELTS scores, you can add them to your online application as an indicator of your English proficiency, but the IELTS certificate or proficiency will not actually exempt you from the English requirement. So if I am admitted as an international student and I don't have TOEFL and I was offered the admissions, what shall I do? The answer is Either you provide TOEFL during the summertime before enrollment, or you can take our English placement exam during the registration week, like in the first 2 weeks of September. So again, either you provide, if you are offered the admissions, either you provide the TOEFL or you take our English test so that you are exempted from the English proficiency. And in this table, you will see the minimum exam or diploma scores here. The first column is for all colleges except for medicine. As you can see here, 1,200 for engineering programs for SAT 1. For medicine here, the second or the third column, 1,450 for medicine. This is for SAT 2. So you need only one of them. So if you have an IB diploma predicted grades, so that's enough. You don't need SAT. Why I'm repeating this? Because we get lots of queries in this regard. Like, I have an IB, shall I do SAT as well? The answer is no. You can apply with your IB diploma directly. I have A-level or A2 grades. Shall I also take the SAT? The answer is no. You can apply with your A2 or A-level grades. And in this slide, you can have a look at the average test scores of previously enrolled international students at our university. So the first table is for the SAT. The second table is for the IB. So this is or these are some tips for the undergraduate application. We always actually recommend the students to choose like 2 or 3 programs when they apply, just in case they were not admitted to the first program, they will be considered for the second one according to their preferences. Here, if the SAT or the ACT is not available yet, you can indicate you will be or you will provide it later on. So the system will allow you to apply with your without the SAT or with the reservation code for the SAT test. And then you can provide the test scores later on. The motivation letter, as I mentioned, you are highly recommended to write a motivation letter for every program that you are applying for. For those who are taking the IB diploma or the A-level A2, they may not have their final grades, so they can apply with their predicted grades. Please, when you apply with your predicted grades, indicate the date of obtaining the grades, not any future date, because the system won't allow you to put any future date. Like, for example, you have, for example, obtained, let's say, or you obtained your AIB grades, I'm saying like 15th of January. So please indicate 15th of January. Don't put like, I will be obtaining my official IB grades in May or June, because the system won't allow you to put any future date. This is our website, international.ku.edu.tr. I highly recommend every one of you to go here and check our website, because all this information that I was talking about and these details are found here. So you go to international.ku.edu.tr and then undergraduate here, and then how to apply. You will find all these details I was talking about in our website. What happens after I submit my online application? So after you submit your online application, there will be actually a document check. in case there is any missing document, you will be informed about that. So that's why we always and highly recommend the students to please make sure that they have complete applications. And after that, the academic admission committee will review your application for the admissions and any possible scholarships. Of course, I will be talking about the scholarships next. So if you are offered, the admission decision will be taken and the offer letter will be sent with the scholarship decision. Okay, which means that all students will be considered for a scholarship automatically. For those who are applying for medicine, they will have to do an online interview, like recording, as I mentioned. The system will allow them to record the answers that they will be asked on our online application. Of course, after, let's say you are offered the admission offer and you will be sent that through your online application, you will have two options, like the decision to accept or reject. If you accept our admission offer, then there will be a prepayment of 1,000 US dollars, or down payment, if you may call it. And after that, you come for the enrollment, like you will complete your matriculation form with your original documents, your high school diploma, your high school transcripts, and other original documents like IDs and etc. And then you will complete your enrollment and start your academic classes. What about the fees? In this table, you can see the fees for the international students. For those who have a double nationality or they have a Turkish passport, citizenship, actually the tuition fees will be announced during the summertime. However, those who have a Turkish citizenship can pay the actually tuition fees in Turkish lira, and usually they pay a bit less than the international students. For medicine, it's 26,500 US dollars. For other programs or colleges, it's 19,500 US dollars. Okay. This is actually the like a table. You can see here the annual estimated budget that you need to study at our university. That includes the tuition fees, the dorms or accommodation, the other expenses like food, books, travel. Of course, for 10 months, as I mentioned, one academic year. And this is the annual estimated budget. For medicine, it's a bit higher because the tuition fees are higher. And the dorms, as you can see here, it ranged between 1,600 US dollars to 3,500 US dollars per academic year, which is 10 months, except summer. Why is that difference? It's up to the room type that you are going to select. What about the scholarships? I think every one of you is waiting for this slide. It's very important. So we have only one type of scholarships. We call it the academic merit scholarship. And from the name, you can guess it's all about the academic credentials of your or of the applicants when they apply. So do we have any separate application for the scholarship? The answer is no. So we have only one application, online application, and all the candidates are going to be considered automatically for the academic merit scholarship. The scholarships that we have covers only the like the tuition fees. It doesn't cover any other expenses like housing, food, books, and other expenses. So it covers only the tuition fees. And it's given for the duration of your studies. If you ask for how long will it be, it will be for the duration of the program that you applied for. If you are applying for medicine, so it will be for 6 years. For other programs, it will be for 4 years. What about the types? We have 100% scholarship tuition, as you can see here, only for tuition. The second one is 50%. Okay. Then what about the evaluation? Who's going to evaluate and decide the scholarship? It's decided by the relevant college dean. What about for medicine? Is it available for medicine students? The answer is yes, but it's extremely competitive, because not only will you be competing with the like international students, but also you will be competing with the national ones. So it's very and extremely competitive for those who are applying for medicine program. And of course, it depends on the quality of the applicant pool to each program and each evaluation period. So there is no like rate, or there is no fixed scholarship. Is there any like minimum score or any cutoff GPA that I can actually fulfill to get a certain amount of scholarship? The answer is no. So all the elements, as you can see here below, are going to be taken in consideration. So it's a holistic process, evaluation process. Your GPA in high school, your test scores like your SATs or IB diploma or A grades, A-level grades. Of course, your motivation letter, how strong is your motivation letter? Also, the recommendation letter, plus the extracurricular achievements and activities. If you want to learn how to write a strong motivation letter, you can also visit our website, international.ku.edu.tr. We put there some samples for those who were previously admitted at our university, and you can take some tips and hints from there. If we have any participants today who are interested from transferring for transferring from a university to our university, they can also have a look here. They need to actually complete at least 2 semesters and at most 5 semesters, and GPA should be 2.40 out of 4 to apply for our transfer admissions. Let's keep in touch. Please always feel free to send us an email to study@ku.edu.tr. And please visit our website, as I mentioned, I recommended before, international.ku.edu.tr. And follow us on Instagram. We are so active. And also like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. That was it for today. Thank you so much. I will be now answering the Q&A, or I will be checking the Q&A box. We have a question here. What is the minimum SAT score for your university? For SAT 1, it's up to the program. I believe that was asked at the beginning of the semester of this presentation. The answer was already shown during the presentation. Are applications for scholarship automatically with the applications for the programs, or do I have to apply for the scholarships? No, the answer, as I mentioned, is no. And I already answered that during the semester. Would you suggest the students to follow a certain Turkish language for medicine students or studies, which is somehow oriented to medicine studies? Is it going to be done through university? Yes. The answer is yes. I already answered that. So you will be taking Turkish language courses, actually, during your first 3 years. When is the admission deadline for undergraduates? 21, 22. I take the IB and IB Word exam results come on 5th of July. Is it possible to apply after July 5th with my IB? As I mentioned before, you can apply with your IB diploma predicted grades. You don't have to wait until July, okay, 5th, because by then our deadline will be actually or will pass by that time. So please apply with your IB diploma grades. Can we apply to medicine program immediately? Yes, you can, of course. If you have your documents ready, please apply today. What are the scholarship requirements? I already answered that. This was also asked during the presentation. Why IELTS is not recognized? This is actually like a national decision. It's not up to us as a university. So this is why we don't accept IELTS. My son has 7.5 score. Okay, as I mentioned, if you or if your son has already taken the IELTS, please let him add his IELTS score to his application. Should he do a TOEFL test? If he was offered the admissions, then yes, please. He has to do the TOEFL test. Does that mean you only need a minimum of 2 BS for GCSE? We answered that. Let me go back, Habiba, here. Here. For those who are applying with their A level or A2, they need minimum 2 relevant courses with minimum B grade, like either A star, A or B, okay, for our programs. For our medicine, they need minimum 3 relevant courses, and the score should be minimum A. For French baccalaureate, 17 out of 20 is extremely a high score. Okay, this is actually, or these are our minimum criteria. So is it only 2A levels for the College of Sciences programs? Yes, you can see here, you need minimum 2 relevant courses, and the grade should be minimum B or A star. What if the scores are not at 17 out of 20? Can the students still apply? Yes, they can still apply, but please let them or let the student take the SAT as an alternative. For medicine, they need to take the SAT. Do I need to send my GCE grades, AS grades, and the predicted A-level grades? Yes, you need to actually apply with your A-level predicted grades. You can also include the AS grades. However, please note that the O-level or AS level are not actually accepted alone. So you need to include your A-level predicted grades. Last year for my son school, Lies, France, George, etc., the high score was overall was 15. Okay. If we are taking a gap year, we can we apply for the next year with our IB final grade for some? And if we don't or do a gap year, do we do the interview this year or next year when we are applying? I'm trying actually to understand the question. Well, if you are trying to apply for the next year, please wait until the end of this year, by December. Then you please send us an email to study@ku.eu.tr so that we can give you the right information, because there might be a change in our minimum admission minimum criteria. However, this is unlikely to happen, but we cannot answer from now. What about if I am like in SABIS curriculum? Do I have to do the ASSAT? Yes, you have to do. All the students at the SABIS take the SAT, so please take it. Does the university consider the AB courses? The AB actually courses are unfortunately not included in our admission minimum criteria. However, they are considered for the transfer. Students or admitted students can apply to transfer any credits from their IB courses. Another question. I had applied for medicine program on December 16 on online interview recorded on January 16. When should I expect the feedback? Well, every student, when they submit their online applications, they get an email or confirmation email stating that they can anticipate hearing back from the admission committee with the final decision, admission decision, in 6 to 8 weeks. Due to COVID-19, most test scores in UAE are closed right now. Can we provide them later? I already answered that. Yes, you can apply and you can provide the test scores later. However, we don't, we don't recommend that, but if that's the case, then yes. For medicine, can I apply with an SAT score under 1450? The answers, your admission chances are going to be very, very low. So we don't have any inputs, and all of these admission decisions are going to be taken by our academic admission committee. But if you don't fulfill the minimum criteria, so you please apply. You can still apply for medicine, but please put another program preference, like molecular biology and genetics. For computer engineering, are there any specific subject requirements like math, etc.? Are we talking, can you please elaborate your question more? Are we talking about A-level or the SAT? Can you please elaborate your question more, Habiba? I have a question here for the IB. Do you look out for relevant courses? Does the student take other subjects and other student taking chemistry, psychology, and biology? For some have the same chance into the school. Do you look actually at the grades? Well, in general, our IB minimum criteria is for medicine is 40 out of 45. Okay, we don't have any specific minimum criteria for courses or subjects. However, of course, our academic admission committee look and check the grades of those courses. So they always prefer to have higher grades in math, in biology, or other relevant courses according to the program. We have a question here. The GCE grades are needed in the application, but aren't be used by themselves to apply. Just checking. I'm already in year 13 doing A-levels. Well, the A-level, you can check here. I'm actually sharing the table for the A-level here. You can see the A-level A2, all right? So we accept all the A2 or A-level grades. However, they should be relevant courses and fulfilling our minimum criteria. For medicine, SAT2 is enough in case of French baccalaureate, right? Yes, it's enough. And you can check here from the table the minimum criteria. You can take either SAT1 or SAT2. In case result is not as per the predicted grades and the admission process is completed, then what will happen? Well, if the predicted grades are not actually fulfilled, because you will be offered the conditional admission offer, then you will forfeit your right to study at our university. Or if you feel that you are not going to fulfill the predicted grades to get them, you can take the SAT test score as an alternative and send it to us. A-levels. Okay, that was it. Thank you so much for attending our webinar today. It was a pleasure having you all. Thank you once again. We are looking forward to receiving your online applications. Stay safe and healthy, and please keep in touch with us at study at ku.edu.tr. I'm going to end up the webinar now. Thank you all. Keep safe and healthy. Bye bye.